students, welcome to e-learning classes. This is your computer period. We are doing lesson number 2, that is input and output devices. In this chapter, I have explained you about input devices, and some input devices are graphic tablet, light pen, barcode reader, mica reader, OCR reader, OMR reader, card reader, and biometric device. After this, today in this video, we will discuss about output device and some output example of some output devices. So students, go through the video and watch it carefully. Lesson number 2, input and output devices. In this chapter, we have discussed about input devices and example of different type of input devices. Now today in this video, I will explain you what is output device and what are the examples of output devices. Output devices. A computer displays the output using output devices. Let us learn more about printers and plotters. Now, what is output device? Output devices are those devices which are used to take information from the computer, and you can get different types of output from the computer like words, numbers, symbols, sound, images, video, etc. And therefore, to get these outputs, certain devices are used. Those devices are known as output devices. There are different types of output devices, but in your book, only two types of output devices are mentioned, that is printer and plotter. Today we will discuss about only printer. Now printer. This output device prints information on a sheet of paper. Printers can give only still output in the form of images, text or graphics. The two type of printers are impact printer and non-impact printer. Printer is an external hardware device. It is responsible for taking computer data and generating a hard copy of that data. Printers are one of the most used peripheral of computer and are commonly used to print text, images or graphics or photos. There are two types of printer. One is impact, second is non-impact printer. Now, what is impact printer? In this kind of printer, the characters and graphics are printed by striking on the paper. This type of printer creates noise while printing and does not produce very high quality print. The most common example of an impact printer is dot matrix printer. Short form of dot matrix printer is DMP. Dot matrix printer has tiny pins or hammers that strike the inked ribbon to produce the desired output. It produces only black and white output. A dot matrix printer is not very expensive. This is dot matrix printer and it is an impact printer. In this printer, when you want to print some character or graphics, there is a tiny pin or hammer which strike the ribbon which is present here, and it strike the ribbon and you can get the desired output on the paper. And whatever output we get, it is of black and white output. No colored output is produced by this type of printer, that is dot matrix printer, and it is not very expensive, it is not very costly, and the quality of the printing quality of this printer is not very good or high quality. It is not of high quality, and when it prints anything, it creates a noise. It creates noise while printing, and the quality of the output is not very good. Now, second type of printer is non-impact printer. In this kind of printer, there is no physical contact between the paper and the inked ribbon. The printing heads does not strike the paper, therefore a non-impact printer is quieter than an impact printer. Example of non-impact printer is inkjet printer and laser printer. Now non-impact printer, in non-impact printer there is no physical contact between the ribbon and the paper, so the printing quality is also very good. In non-impact printer is that it does not strike the ribbon and it does not produce much noise in comparison to impact printer. It is quieter than impact printer. It is not noisy. And the two different types of non-impact printer is inkjet printer. Inkjet printer prints the text and graphics by spraying small drops of ink on the paper. It prints faster than a dot matrix printer. It can also give colored output. Inkjet printer is the most commonly used printer for personal work. It can print up to 5 pages per minute. The inkjet printer is faster than dot matrix printer and it prints by spraying small drops of ink on the image. It is the most popular printer for home computer user. It prints by spraying streams of quick drying ink on paper. The ink is stored in disposable ink cartridge and often a separate cartridge is used for each of the major color, and it gives colored output, and it is faster than dot matrix printer. It prints 5 pages in a minute. Now laser printer. Laser printer uses laser beams to print the output. It is very fast, uses dry ink to print and produce high quality output. It produces black and white as well as colored output. A laser printer can print up to 10 pages per minute. It is the most expensive among the 3 kind of printer. Laser printer are commonly used in big organization where hard copies are required in large scale. This is the picture of laser printer, and laser printer is costlier among these 2 types of printer. It is costlier than dot matrix and inkjet printer, and its printing quality is very high. It produces high quality output, and it can produce black as well as colored output, and it can print up to 10 pages per minute, which is more than inkjet printer. And it is commonly used in big organizations where there are large big organization, firms, schools and other organizations where there are large printing needs. So students, in this video we have discussed about two types of printer, that is impact printer and non-impact printer. These are output devices, and in impact printer, dot matrix printer is the example of impact printer, and in non-impact printer there are 2 types of printer. One is inkjet printer, second is laser printer. Students, what you have to do, out of these 3 printers you have to draw any one printer as an output device in your copy. So go through the video and watch it carefully, and after that draw these. Out of these 3 printer you have to draw only one printer in your copy. In our next video we will talk about, I will explain you about plotter, which is also an output devices. Thank you.